Hi. So, if you are into self-development or you're looking for healing at the moment, you probably heard the term psychedelic, and that's why you are seeing this video, I assume. So, psychedelic or plant medicine is the term that interchangeable, not psychedelic. Not all psychedelic are plant medicines. Some is man-made, some is artificial. And if you have heard the word, you probably have this question, which I understand I had it before. Do I really need psychedelic for my healing journey? And this is the intention of this video to make this clarity. And the intention for this, I'm referring to psychedelic for a deep healing journey. So if you are looking for psychedelic for other purposes, it can be relaxation, it can be for fun. This is not for you. So this video is psychedelic for deep healing journey. And if this is your question, do I really need psychedelic for deep healing? This is the right video for you. So first, let's talk about what is the whole purpose of healing, right? If you already start on self-development or healing yourself, so at some time you probably try a lot of modalities, and at some point you try more and more and more, and then you got confused of then what's next for me, or you want more, you crave more. So let's pause and take a step back and ask yourself a question. What is healing? What is the purpose of doing this healing in our lifetime? So, before I answer that question, let's imagine a baby who just born into this world. The baby didn't learn anything yet from society, so it allowed itself to cry, no shame. It asks for what it needs, the food or shelter or comfort or love. It has no shame. So that's our real self, that the core and the truth of being human is that we are pure, we are all born as an innocent baby. So at this point in our life that we have emotion, we learn not to ask for help, we learn not to speak up, we learn not to rest, we learn not to take care of our needs. That's the learning that we got from society. When we were as a baby, we have no shame of doing this thing for ourselves. So the purpose of healing is to un uncover the part that was covering you up. Your true self was hidden. Imagine that your true self is hidden into a layer of clothes that society has put on for you because you were a baby. You cannot put on clothes yourself. You don't have a decision to make. So the parents or your caregiver is doing the best for what they believe that is best for you. So they start putting clothes on you, and that can be belief, that can be something that they are teaching you when you were young. And when we were young, we are internalizing belief, we are internalizing emotion, directing at ourselves. And that's when we build a wall by ourselves. Somebody's wall can be glass, somebody's wall can be cotton, somebody's wall can be stainless steel. So we have the wall that we all have it, and to be able to penetrate that wall it is and meet ourselves. So that's the healing. So the purpose of healing is to allow ourselves to meet our true self that is innocent, that see everything as possibility, that has compassion, that is open heart. So whatever that is pure and innocent, with joy, with love, with expression, that is ourself, that we hide it from our experience and from how we got taught growing up, that when at that time we have no choice. So that's the purpose of healing, coming back to yourself, right? And if that's the purpose, what I'm telling you here is that any modalities will get you there, can get you there. It can be coaching, hypnotherapy, it can be energy healing, it can be somatic, EMDR, tapping, or any other modality that I did not mention here, is having is intended to get you to meet yourself by unlocking layer of clothes or unlocking layer of stainless steel or glass or whatever penetrating to that. So you meet yourself, you meet your true power, you meet your own energy and be able to tap into that energy and decide and live life from that energy. So any modalities can do that. The question is why should be psychedelic or why not? Why is it not should be psychedelic? So before I answer that question, let's talk about the definition of psychedelic. Psychedelic coming from a Greek word. Psyche in Greek means soul. Delic is delos. Delos mean manifest. So basically, it's manifesting your soul. And when I search the word psyche in English, it means totality of your mind, which is conscious mind and subconscious mind. So at the end, psychedelic is for you to be able to manifest your own totality of your both mind, aligning both of your conscious and subconscious mind, or manifesting yourself or your soul. Um, and the way that it works is that there are many research right now on many psychedelic medicines that it show how it works with different part of your brain. So different medicine, different psychedelic will work with different parts. So I'm not going to go into that, but all in all, the reason that it works with different parts of your brain come up with one theme, and one theme is creating new neuron pathway. And what that means is to unlock the possibility of being your new self through taking medicine by creating new neuron pathway. And when your mind seeing that possibility of new neuron pathway, then it started to send information as images, sound, emotion, or senses for your conscious mind to process. And that's how psychedelic works. So here are some cautions before we answer the big question of do you really need psychedelic for healing, right? So some caution is when working with psychedelic in deep healing context, and if this is the modality that you want to work on by opening up your mind, by penetrating that stainless steel of the wall that you are building up, the first one that you need to consider is you will need a lot of alone time in your whole journey because we wanted to meet ourselves. And when our true self emerge, imagine the new tree that is emerging. The way that that tree can grow is that it has to have the right environment to support the right soil, the right water, and it's still very fragile and very delicate. With that, you will need a supportive environment and you will need to be clear with people around you that you are going through this journey. And because you are like an unborn child, many times you are still confused on your identity. Who am I? And is this the right thing that I'm doing? So this is the first caution that if this journey is requiring a lot of time, so it is not recommended if you are still in the midst of very busy work, or if you have a session and then right after you need to go to work. So that is not recommended. And in fact, I would recommend that you have a break from your work so you can transform by seeing yourself and not getting influenced again by other people around you. Because if you are in this journey of growing up, like your baby is but unborn again, and the same environment is still around you. So guess what? You are going to end up being the same person. So the best way to know yourself is to have the time that is dedicated for yourself. And I'm talking about a time that can be months up to 6 months or a year. So depending on what what are you looking for? How deep is your transformation that you are looking for, and what is convenient for you? Yeah, so that I will leave it up to you. And the second point around working with psychedelic is to have right set and setting. What do I mean is to have the right environment, and this is much more important than which medicine to take. So the set is the environment on who is holding you space, and setting is your intention. So this too is determining the healing that you are going to go through. By setting is like if you are going to another place in your life by using GPS, this is the metaphor that I would like to use. So it's going to be easier to see. If you want to go to another place in your life, then you will have to have destination, and that is intention. It's not an exact goal that have timeline or anything. It's just the intention of where do you want to go, which part that you want to heal. And with that, it's going to make a difference when you are using medicine to heal yourself. So it doesn't matter which medicine you take. If you have the right intention, you can go there, you can get there. And even without any medicine, without any psychedelic, it can be any healing modalities that I mentioned earlier. It can get you there as well if you have the right setting, the right environment to support. Let's come with the third point. How safe are you with your facilitator, space holder, or therapist? Do you feel safe with them? In the research that was found that is coming up is that the effectiveness of healing session is not depending on the tools and the technique of the therapist or space holder. It's actually depending on attunement between the therapist and the client. And the attunement will come from safety, space, connection. And if you have those components together with your space holder, so I can guarantee you that's the real healing journey. By having safe space for you to be whatever you want, that's the big healing that we didn't experience as a child. So that the safety and the connection and the attunement with you and therapist is the most important. And that's why in my work, I offer one free discovery call to make sure that before anyone want to sign up as my client, they would need to have a choice whether do they feel safe with me. So there is no guarantee on the money yet at that point because the safety is very important as part of my work. So that's the third thing that I would like you to take into consideration when working with psychedelic. So, and last one is, do you have a supportive environment after the experience? I think I mentioned this before, but I would like to call it out again because this is very important that to be able to transform into who you are. If you were experiencing toxic environment before, some environment that is not serving you, when you are going through transformation, you will need to have boundaries with that environment, whether it be your work, your family, it can be parents in many cases. And that's something that the truth that we need to face. And I tell you that if you have that courage to start facing those truths, that is the big transformation that is happening already in your life. So So go back to the intention to answer the question of this video around, do I really need psychedelic for my healing? So I explain a lot of things around what is psychedelic and what is healing and what is the caution when working with psychedelic. And I think I don't have the exact answer, whether it's a yes or it's a no. It's my own journey. I can transform and go to deep healing without psychedelic. There are setting and the environment that is more important in the healing journey rather than tools, technique, or medicine or substance. So the question is, are you ready to work with psychedelic with those precaution that I share, and where are you in life? Are you ready to take some time off for yourself? Do you already have someone that you feel comfortable working with? Yeah, so a couple questions that you have to answer yourself, and you can go back and watch my video to get the clarity again on that. And yes, so I'm one and a trauma-informed coach, providing a supporting journey for preparation and integration for with either psychedelic or without psychedelic. And if my message resonate with me and you would like to find out more, you can message me for more detail or following my Instagram and see are we resonating with each other, and good luck. and hope you like this video. Feel free to give comment and feedback because I'm also love to learn and grow, and I would like to improve my offering my education as well. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.